Hello everyone, it's been a while since I've uploaded a YouTube video. I've been quite busy, I've been back at work and I've got a lot of exciting kind of things coming up in my life. Hopefully I might share them with you if they all kind of go to plan. But yes, as of right now I haven't been able to upload very much to YouTube. So I've kind of created this new little 1.17 house with some of the new blocks. And I thought, why not create a tutorial here and just show you how I created this. Currently there is no interior. I have very poorly not done anything here basically. I didn't have too much time to do this. However, I could definitely finish the interior now. So what I'm going to do is get a little tutorial and show you guys kind of how to create this house right here. And then once we've created this house, I might show you some sneaky little interior stuff and we'll go ahead and create some of those. But for now, let's head over to our little building section. I'll put a little layup on screen of the building plan and feel free to copy that. But for now, I'm going to head over to my next section of little building and then we can get started on this build. So we're over to our little building section here. We've got the layout on the floor, but before we start I just want to kind of say that because we're on 1.17 I don't have access to the mods that I usually have. So I usually have things like replay mod and world editing things, so I can count how many blocks are used in the build. So I can't actually do that unless I manually count every single block, so I may leave that out of this video. But I'm going to give you a rough palette here. There's a few things missing from this. They're mostly the exterior details, but we can sort those out later. So let's head on over and start beginning our build. First thing we're going to get is some polished deep slate, and what we're going to do is literally cover this back section with polished deep slate, and then we'll cover the inside with the, I believe it's called cobbled deep slate. So obviously we're on the new update. I haven't had much chance to play the new update. I've actually been playing a bit of the hardcore survival world for you guys and trying to get an episode out on that using the new update. So I'm quite excited of how it's all gone and it's good fun. But for now we're going to quickly cover this in. But the only issue if you cover this in now is you're going to have your missing parts here. For example, I'll show you now. You're going to have these. So the black points are where I'm going to put logs. And obviously because I am missing, I haven't actually put the log down as a block palette, so that's a good idea. Because obviously I'm going to be covering up the floor, I won't be able to see those. So it might be worth you guys just kind of doing this. And you can get yourself a nice bit here. A nice little section here, and you can roughly see what's going on. So we've got someone that looks like this, which is perfectly fine. That's how it's supposed to look. And then this will be your patio area. So just always make sure you've kind of got the layout obviously is underneath, but make sure you kind of know where you're placing it. And if you need to, feel free to place things above like this, like I've done here. It will just make your life a lot more easier. So like under pretty much every black block, you should have a above every black block, you should have one of these things here, one pole there. Obviously I placed it here, which was actually off center, so it's glad I rechecked that. I just have a nice reference. So just place logs on the black points, and then the rest is pretty simple. Now what we need to do is begin filling in this section here, like we was doing before. But yeah, just a little tip there. If you do have a little floor plan and then you are deciding to build some sort of a patio area or something that your build sits on, for example like this flooring here, then make sure you kind of remember your plan. If you need to, just elevate it above so you can see what you're doing. Anyway, let's extend these up to 4 high. Once they're at 4 high, we don't really need to do too much from here. We could cross those over, but I didn't actually do that in this build. Funnily enough, I actually went with a different method of just kind of filling in the area. So first thing I'm going to do here is place one there. So we're going to have a 2 block gap for the door. Then we're going to put a strip in there, and this is where the kind of texturing and randomness of this comes in. So as you can see on this one here, we'll just take a quick look. It's just all kind of stripped and planks. So we just kind of randomly place them, for example like this. And if you want the glass for the if you want the glass windows in, feel free to use the stairs like so. And then we can have something like that. It doesn't really matter what order you're placing these in. It's really up to you how you're going to go about it. It's just a simple case of texturing things. We're going to have one here. We're going to once again put that there. And then around the back here, I probably won't have any windows on this part, just because it looks a bit odd. I mean, we could have one there and there. It's really up to you. So on that build I did, you could have it a bit less open. So because we're having so many windows, it becomes a bit more open. So It's really up to you how many windows you want, but if you have something like this, it's very plain, so just breaking this and placing in some stairs here, and then do it on here as well, creating those windows so you can add some more light to your build. And then we're going to have a window just here as well, right in this middle point here. So there is quite a few windows in this. It's really up to you. If you want to add that many, feel free not to. You can always fill them in before if you want. Just add in the glass in the windows. Now, I haven't actually started with the roof, which is a bit weird. I would usually start with the roof first, being me. But this time I haven't actually started with the roof, and kind of making it as easy as I can. So we're going to fill in the door here. We filled in the windows, and we're getting a base look already. Now, the roof is very simple. You're just going to create a very easy triangle roof. For example, we'll show you right now. So we're just going to get the stairs and just connect them up with a simple triangle roof like so. There is actually a correct term for this, but I do not remember it, funnily enough. And then we're going to have one in the middle point here as well. I'd just like to add that middle point in, like so. And then here, and we'll flip those like so. Don't be thrown off by the beam here. This isn't centered. The back one is centered, the rest is not centered. So it's really up to you what you want to do with that. Now, I'm going to leave that just like that for now while we finish this. I will fill it in a second. But currently I've only got the stair block on me, and I don't want to fill that in with a stair block yet. So what I'm going to do is just finish this part of the roof. Like so. And here. And then if you want to, you can grab a kind of deep tile block. I didn't actually grab one, so we'll quickly grab one from over here. So we can grab these slates and finish them like this. I am actually going to change the roof here. So for example, we come down to about here. We'll head across like so. And then on this part we're going to raise like that. That gives us a nice little roof design there. Now all we need to do is fill this in with the blocks here. Polished granite, copper with a wax copper, and I'm actually missing bricks. So, you know, make sure you do have all your blocks before you end up being like me, who generally misses out half the things. It's a bit harder now that I don't have the kind of tools at my disposal, but hopefully they'll all be updated as soon as possible so that making videos in 1.17 with my previous mods will be accessible, and I'll be able to share the exact amount of materials and, you know, use world edit commands and things, which will be absolutely great. And I'm actually really liking the new wax copper block. If you don't use wax copper, by the way, your roof will kind of deteriorate or oxidize over time and just kind of change color, and it won't be this kind of shiny, the nice shiny copper color it is. So now that that's done, you're going to have some gaps in this part of the roof here. We're going to simply grab our planks and strips and then just fill those gaps in like so. And we'll do the same on this side. Very simple and effective. And that is a very nice looking house. Well, somewhat nice looking house. We haven't done the major update details, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab the walls here. We're going to have a wall on this corner, wall over here, and maybe a wall there too. Now, pretty simple self-explanatory point this is going to be. So we're going to raise this by 2, raise this by 2, and for example do it for the rest all the way around. Now, we're going to grab a campfire. We've got the trapdoor, but you will need a shovel as well. So from here, we're going to add in the campfires across. Now, depending on how many campfires you want, it's really up to you. You could do what I'm going to do here. So you add some campfires, some trapdoors, and create this really cool little effect going on there. Didn't want that low, and then you just kind of bring it all the way around, for example. So I'm going to have like a little pattern, maybe something like this. And then just get the shovel, extinguish those, and then where we are, we've got a nice little roof. I actually kind of prefer the campfires over the trapdoors, so more campfires looks pretty good to me. And then we get our fence post, going to place that in the middle here, grab a gate of the same kind, a spruce gate, and then we're going to grab these, place them in here, and then place the fence there, gate here and there, and then a gate there too, and a gate over here, just to close these sections off like so. And that is essentially your build complete. You're going to want to add some slabs in just so you can get up. I mean, you don't have to, you could jump up, you could add a stair, really up to you what you want to add on this section here. But from the outside, I will do a bit more decorating and show you what you can really do with this build. So if we grab our spruce stairs and our trapdoor, for example, head over here and create a nice little kind of thing here, grass, Then grab some trapdoors, and then you're going to need some flowers as well. For the sake of this video, I'm going to use the azures and maybe some roses. Roses generally look pretty good. And then what we're going to do is grass block, trapdoor, trapdoor. And then you can add your flower in there, and we're going to make another one for every single window, essentially, is what we're going to do. So we're going to have one here, and then one. We can't have one there due to the fact that we're on the balcony area, but so we'll just have one there. So we're going to have 3 in total. We're just going to put trapdoors here, and then we're going to add some roses in, like so. And as you can see on there, we've got a nice little similar design going on. On this back section, you can add something like this. You can add trapdoors to it as well. I'm going to add some chains and begin decorating the outside with leaves, chains, lanterns, and not really too much else from there. We're going to have some pots with bamboo for anyone on Java. I'm not sure if you can do this on Bedrock. I really need someone to test it for me if possible. That would be appreciated. So I'm going to add something like this, maybe around the back. You can add the new leaves if you wish. It's really up to you. So we're going to have that there. What we're going to do now is grab a light, put that on the fence, put that on the fence post. Then we're going to light up the corners of the build around here, around here, around here, and obviously on that section there too. Now this is looking pretty good right now. The only thing we're kind of missing is this side here. Now what I'm going to do is grab some campfires. Let's get rid of those flowers for now. A shovel to put out the campfire with, and then we should have we have the gate block accessible, so it's perfectly fine. Grab the gate block there, and then we're going to put them on the side like this, looking like they're holding above the window there, and it looks very nice and, you know, simple. And then if you want to, it's really up to you. There's not a whole lot of bonuses to doing this. Let's just grab the leaf block. It's a lot quicker. We can head around the kind of building and just add in these little pots with bamboo in them and leaves on top. Now you can add these wherever you want. So I'm going to have some just around here. Might have one on this corner here as well. One on this corner. And there we are. A nice little simple kind of build. We can add one here. Simple. There, perfect. Nice little simple kind of build gone on here. A little house, really cheeky little design. Nothing too fancy. Hopefully it's very easy to follow along with. On this top section is very weird actually looking at this roof. I just don't remember it being this weird. If you want to, you could probably add some trapdoors into that. For example, you could have something like this, and then it gives the roof an extra layer. I'm just going to keep it as it was. It looks kind of cool. It's a bit different. But yeah, hopefully you guys like this little tutorial. If so, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe for more content. It is a bit different, and I haven't been able to put as much effort in due to having lack of mods and things, lack of time, lack of mods. But do you know what? It's good fun. I may do a little interior for you guys sticking around. So yeah, here's a little sneak peek. So for those of you who stuck around, I actually did create a little interior for this one, and I also forgot to add in these little window bars here. Not window bars, but little shutters, so you can shut your windows, and you can add them pretty much on any side you want. So you can add them here, and then around the back as well. We're going to have them on this side, this side, this side, and then you can't actually add one on here because of the way it's built. But yeah, inside we'll take a look anyway. We'll head on inside, so we come in. First thing we're greeted by is the yellow wall in the floor. We also have yellow carpet, so that's why it's so bumpy. And then we got a bit of the cobbled deep slate that it looks like the floor's been a bit ripped up, a bit, you know, messy. And then we got some loom with some bookshelves going up like a staircase, just with some skulls, you know, turtle eggs on, and paintings around the room. We've got a little seating area, armor stand, furnace table, furnace crafting table is what I meant to say there. We could add like a chest here as well, but head up this ladder. We've got a sleeping little bed up here, and then we've got a chest underneath there. Really simple and nice little compact kind of living space. Probably not ideal for storage, but definitely a cool little house. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all very soon. Peace.